PLE and where I think WWE might be going from here. We're going to start off with the women's Money in the Bank match. I thought that it was either going to be Stephanie Valkyria or Roxanne Perez. Those were my two possible picks for this match. I was totally wrong. I did not see Naomi winning this at all. The match was good. It was not great, but it was definitely good. There were some high spots that the girls did put on a good match, very good match. I thought it would have made more sense to put it on either Stephanie Valkyria or Roxanne Perez. The reason being, Roxanne is kind of in a program right now with the Judgment Day. So I thought that could have kind of led more towards a match coming up at SummerSlam if she would have won it. With Stephanie, they've been pushing her hard. She's had, what, I think 3 matches in the last 24 hours or something like that. I think they said it on the broadcast. So they're pushing her very hard to the top. So it's going to be a matter of time before Stephanie is winning, either holding the IC belt for the women's division or the women's championship, either world or heavyweight. It's just going to be a matter of time. With Naomi winning it, I understand they're doing this whole Jade Cargill storyline, which it was getting some steam around WrestleMania, then kind of lost steam, and right now it's like in the middle. So, unless, which they've been talking about, they're going to do a women's division of the Bloodline with her and Nia Jax, I don't see the point of putting the belt on, the Money in the Bank briefcase on her. But we'll see, definitely see. If she does cash in, it is definitely going to be on Stephanie. I don't see her cashing in on the Raw Io Sky. Excuse me. I don't see her cashing in on Io Sky. But there's a possibility that if she does cash in, she might go for a mid-card title. I don't see the point of going for a mid-card title when you win the Money in the Bank. But it's definitely an option that is out there. As we know, we didn't know that option was out there until Austin Theory won a few years ago. And he cashed in on the U.S. belt. So it's definitely an option. Alright, so that's it for the first match. The second match was Dominic Mysterio versus, I don't even know his name. To be honest, they just threw this match in there. This guy from AAA. It was a decent match. Not gonna say it wasn't a great match, or it was an okay match. If I knew more about the guy that Dominic Mysterio fought, because like I said, I don't watch AAA. I actually didn't even watch the PLE today because I had some family function to be at. But definitely from what I hear and what I see, the AAA PLE was a lot better than Money in the Bank, just from the clips I did see. So definitely going to get into AAA a little bit more and see, because it looks like they're definitely cross-promoting, just like TNA and NXT. So this is definitely going to be, we're going to see some names that we haven't heard of before that can definitely wrestle. So that's going to be good. In regards to the match, we knew Dominic was going to win because there was no hype on this. There was nothing. So then we go to the women's IC belt, Becky Lynch against Valkyria. Stephanie Valkyria. Good match. I don't see the point of WWE putting the belt back on Becky, but I understand why they did it, because on Raw or 2 weeks ago they stated if Becky loses, she can't get another shot at the IC belt. They're just trying to stretch out this storyline even further. So there is going to be another match at Night of Champions. I am putting money on that. I think it's going to be an extra stipulation type match, maybe a ladder match, or possibly a steel cage match. Some type of stipulation that's going to be added to it to hype in the feud. I did kind of like the post match, which Stephanie, of course, had to raise Becky Lynch's hand. She raised it, wanted to leave. Becky said, forced her to raise it again, all four corners. She did that. And then after that, she wanted her to put the belt on her. She did, and raised her hand again. On the third time, after that, she belly belt suplexed her. So the feud is definitely going to be going a little bit more. Then we get to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. This was very interesting. I was shocked at some of the things that happened in this match. The first thing, which they've been teasing it, I thought they were going to stretch it out a little bit longer. Jacob Fatu turned on Solo. And we knew it was going to happen, but we thought it was going to be Solo turning on Jacob, I feel. That's what I was thinking. It was going to be that, not the opposite way around. And also, Solo did cost Jacob a chance to be in the Money in the Bank match as well. So this has been kind of building since, I want to say, after WrestleMania. And they're definitely going to be pulling this. I don't think that there's going to be a match at Night of Champions. I think they're going to hold off this match for SummerSlam. They're going to build it until SummerSlam. And it's going to be all heads on. I think what will happen at Night of Champions, though, is it will be Jacob versus JC Mateo. I could see that happening and then maybe storyline wise, Jacob takes him out, and then it's Jacob and Solo at SummerSlam. I could see that as a possibility moving forward. Then, in regards to the match, I had a few picks on this. Solo was actually one of my picks. I also had LA Knight. But common sense, you knew Seth Rollins was going to win. Those were my picks I wanted to see win. Or thought that they were going to go in that direction. But I also said to a buddy of mine, I would not be surprised if Seth Rollins wins. And that's where I was kind of surprised that no CM Punk showed up and no Roman Reigns showed up to stop Seth Rollins to get that Money in the Bank. So I was shocked at that aspect. I think he is going to cash in that Money in the Bank. I wouldn't be surprised if he cashes in on Monday night after Jay versus Gunther. Would not be surprised. But I don't think that they would do that quick. But the way the storyline is, Seth wants all the power. He wants the power. Like Scarface, you said, he wants the power, he wants the money, and he wants the world. And that's what he's going for right now. He's going to take everything that he can get. He's already got Paul Heyman. He's got Bronson Reed, Ron Breakker. Next thing, he wants that world title. And then he is going to have a lengthy title reign with that. Then we go to the final match. This was a really good match. It wasn't the best, but it was a really good match. There were some spots in this match that were really good. The suicide dive, I think Logan Paul did to Jey Uso through the table near the end of the match was good. I think they overhyped that one a little bit. But I did like the spot where Logan Paul, like he always does, was trying to videotape himself on the top rope, and then Cody jumped up and caught him. I think it was with a suplex off the top rope, and that was like recorded. That was kind of cool visual, because it's usually the opposite way. But the shocking moment of the match was John Cena, like he's been doing, hits Cody and how he won the title. Hits Cody at the end with the championship belt. We're thinking, again, is he going to win it the same way? Somebody comes out through the crowd spears him, hits him with a couple punches. Then we're all wondering who this is. Grabs a belt, reveals himself. It is R-Truth. R-Truth, as you know, was released the other day from WWE, and the fan backlash has been significant. They protested on Raw, protested on NXT, also on SmackDown. So I think this was a smart business decision from WWE because they have been getting a lot of backlash this week. Between that, the rumors of them wanting to renegotiate Roman Reigns' contract and then to have Roman take a pay cut, I think that could have possibly happened because Roman is very close with R-Truth. I think Roman might have said, I'll take a small pay cut if you bring R-Truth back. It wouldn't put it past me. I'm not saying that happened, but wouldn't put it past me. Roman and R-Truth are very close friends. They've traveled together in the past, as Roman has stated on multiple occasions. But I was very shocked that I think a lot of people were shocked. We didn't think that was this soon, R-Truth. And when he took off that mask, he had a different look in his eye. It wasn't funny R-Truth. They said on the post Money in the Bank, I think it was Big E or somebody said it. He said, that wasn't R-Truth. That was Ron Killings, which is R-Truth's real name. So, I don't know. They might be doing something, maybe, guys, really giving R-Truth an actual push. Now that he's getting all this fan support. And he might come back like as a semi-bad guy, but the fans aren't going to take him as bad guy. We love R-Truth. It doesn't matter if he's a bad guy or a good guy. We're going to love R-Truth at the end of the day. But just the look in his eye gave me like the fact like he was like turning heel kind of thing. So that was very interesting. So it's definitely going to be a good match. If they do do that match, and let's see where this R-Truth thing kind of goes from there. Lastly, I do want to talk about some of the commentary during the men's Money in the Bank match. So, watching the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, they were talking most of the whole match about Chad Gable's character, some Americano. Wade Barrett said the most outrageous stuff on commentary. He told Michael Cole that Chad Gable and Americano have two different nipple sizes. How that got over the airwave and Michael Cole going with it was like, I'm a reporter, I don't go that deep. And Wade Barrett was saying that this is the new 21st century. If you want to be a broadcaster, you need to do your research. I don't know how deep this research goes, that you need to let us know that Chad Gable and Ella Americano have two different nipple sizes. But I thought that was hilarious on the commentary. And also in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, Pat McAfee, when Stephanie Valkyra did her signature move on Rhea Ripley, doing the homage to Booker T on that, I did like that as well. Nice little kicker. So, but it was definitely a good show. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 6. No, I would even do better. A 7 out of 10, I would say. 7 out of 10. Way better for me than Saturday Night Main Event at the end of the day. That was super disappointing. But we're definitely going to see Monday night what's going to happen, and then go from there with the Night Champions. Also, they did ask Triple H he literally just cut to the chase. They did ask him about R-Truth in the Money in the Bank press conference after, and they just said, "Are you a fan?" And that was literally all he said. "You're a fan, right? It's entertainment. It's what we do." So he didn't state if R-Truth is officially signed back, or if he has maybe signed with TNA. And this was, like I said, they're working with TNA. You never know. But let's see how this goes. Was very impressed compared to the last event that they did. And Monday night is going to be very interesting, just with the world title picture as of right now. Because we don't know if Seth's going to cash in. So if Seth does... So I think this. I think if Jay wins the match, which I think he is going to do, there's a very strong possibility Seth Rollins will cash in on Monday night. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but I think there's a very, very strong possibility of that happening. So we'll definitely see on that. And besides that, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And please give this video a thumbs up and a like. All right, thanks, guys.